Are you an international doctor aiming for Germany, feeling maybe stuck, like you're caught in this complex maze for licensing, just watching time slip by?
It's a common story, unfortunately. So much potential, just waiting.
Exactly. So today we're cutting through all that confusion, this deep dive. It's all about the ArztWerden system, Dr. Esam Shahlol's practical system.
Build from real experience, not just theory.
Right. And we're zeroing in on lesson 5 from the foundation module, module 0, how to really use this course, build your learning plan, make it work for you.
Because the standard path, let's be honest, it often leads to delays and, well, a lot of frustration. The sources we looked at really paint ArztWerden as the structured alternative.
A command center is how the material puts it. I like that. It sounds organized.
It is. The materials lay out a very logical flow. You start with the basics, module 0, then dive into the big stuff.
Like medical German for the FSP.
Exactly. And the knowledge exam prep, internal medicine, surgery, plus understanding the German healthcare system itself, application training. It's all mapped out.
So it's step by step. And the material says each module has lessons with different kinds of resources.
Yeah, not just videos. Texts, scripts you can read, download, review. Then exercises, quizzes, crucially important.
Why crucially? Because just reading isn't enough.
Right. The sources stress that knowledge only really sticks when you apply it. Test yourself, wrestle with the concepts. That's what the exercises are for.
Makes sense. And you mentioned checklists, templates too.
Yes, practical tools. Checklists for, say, gathering your documents. Templates to help structure things, like building that learning plan we mentioned.
So the system emphasizes using all of it, not just picking the easy part.
Precisely. Don't just watch the videos, do the exercises, use the checklists. The material really pushes this idea of repetition, hitting the information from different angles.
Okay, let's talk more about that learning plan from lesson 5. The source material seems to say it's non-negotiable.
Pretty much. Look, the course is comprehensive. Without a plan, you could easily feel overwhelmed or lose momentum. It's about taking conscious control.
So how does the material suggest you build this plan?
It prompts you with key questions. First, be realistic about your time. How many hours per week can you actually dedicate?
Not just wishful thinking.
Exactly. And the material suggests small, consistent sessions, often beat marathon cramming sessions. Find your best times morning, evening, weekend, and physically block them out.
Like appointments you can't miss.
Right. And then set specific, achievable weekly goals. Not vague stuff like study more.
More like complete FSP lesson 3 or master this set of vocabulary.
Precisely. The source mentions a template is provided, but the core message is personalization. It has to be your roadmap. It keeps you structured, keeps you moving.
Okay, structure, materials, planning.
Huh?
What else does lesson 5 touch on?
Community.
Yeah.
This is a big one in the source material. It frames the platform's forum or community space as absolutely vital.
Meaning you're not going through this alone.
Exactly that. It's presented as a place to connect. Got a question? Something unclear? Ask. Chances are someone else has faced it or can help clarify.
And it's more than just Q&A.
Oh, yeah. Sharing experiences, the good and the bad. Discussing challenges, swapping practical tips that actually work for someone. That kind of peer support is invaluable.
So it's a knowledge base, but also like a support network.
Totally. The material emphasizes motivation, supporting each other, celebrating the small wins. It shifts the whole feeling from a lonely struggle against bureaucracy to a kind of shared journey.
So pulling this together from our look at the lesson 5 source material, it's about structure, using all the tools, planning your attack, and leaning on the community.
It presents a very clear picture. The ArztWerden system as a complete operating system designed to cut down the time, the stress, the detours.
Okay. So what we've discussed today, this insight into lesson 5, it's really just a small glimpse, right? A fraction of the clarity the full system offers.
Absolutely. It's the tip of the iceberg.
So if you're listening and you're ready to stop messing around, hit the accelerator and actually install this proven system.
Avoid those months, maybe years of frustrating detours.
Get all the templates, a checklist, access the AI library, join that supportive community we talked about.
Yeah.
Then the full ArztWerden online package, well, that's your logical next move.
The material frames the investment as tiny compared to the alternative. Think about the cost of wasted time, extra exam attempts, the sheer stress of going it alone.
Right. So here's the direct command. Visit kurs.esamshahlol.com, N-O-W.
That's kurs.esamshahlol.com.
Secure your access to the complete system. The link is right there in the description below this deep dive. Don't hesitate. It's time to install your success.
Stop waiting. Start doing.
That's it for this deep dive. Grab the opportunity. Check out the full system at kurs.esamshalol.com.